Naga Independence Day.
Welcome to Naga NLTV Manulaga Awards. Since 1947, Hotai Sal Naga Manukan 14th of August Naga Independence Day Gugina celebrate Kuri. Aru Achi NLTV Gan DNSU office te Aikina se. Aru Yate Aikina Takado, Timapur Naga Student Union, DNSU Ganbra, Tangala office te, Naga Independence Day do Takamba initiative Lugina idu program de organize Kurigina se. To Ahibi idu program na oporde details say sawa.
The celebration of Naga Independence Day belongs to every Naga. There is no Naga areas, there is no Naga village, there is no Naga family that is left untouched, unaffected by the Naga political movement, Naga national movement. We are all being affected. We have contributed our share. Every Naga people, every Naga family, every Naga village have made contributions, sacrifices to the cause of Naga nationhood. And so it is our responsibility that we observe the Naga Independence Day. And I would like to salute the DNSU for taking this initiative to observe the Naga Independence Day. Now some of us, especially among the Nagas, may be very skeptical and cynical by saying that, why do we need to celebrate Naga Independence Day? We are still under the Indian Union and Burma. Now, what we need to understand is this. The declaration of Naga Independence Day on 14 August 1947 is one of the great milestones in the timeline of Naga history. During that time, there were so many things happening. So many things happening on the socio-political fronts leading to 14 August 1947 when the Naga leaders declared the Naga Independence Day. Not observing this day would be akin to ignoring our Naga history. We cannot afford to push our Naga history into the sea of oblivion. If we do that, we will lose our history. And as a Naga people, if we lose our history, we will be a lost nation, a lost people. And that is going to be the greatest tragedy for the Naga people. And young people need to be reminded of the Naga history time and again. If we don't hold on to our history, the sense of identity as Nagas and the affinity we have for our fellow Nagas are slowly dissipating away. So we need to uphold our history. We need to observe the Naga Independence Day. And there may be some people among us who may posit an argument saying that, well, Naga areas are very small and our population is very small. Even if we exist as a nation, we may not be able to survive. That may be a very valid argument if we observe from one point of view. But if we look at the other side, Naga is a big country. Comparing to the micronation, there are many micronations. Just recently, the Paris Olympic was concluded. And if we look at the medal tally, there's a small country, Saint Lucia, ranked 52, winning 1 gold, 1 silver. A country of 600 plus square kilometer and a population of only 1.2 million. What about Nagas? We are several times bigger than Saint Lucia. Our population is around 3 million and we have a big area, big land area, 12,000 square kilometer. So the argument that we cannot be a nation, a free nation because we are small doesn't hold any water. My dear brothers and sisters, I think it is high time that we hold on to our history. And if we let it go, we will be a lost nation, we will be a lost people. And even as we join together with the rest of our brothers and sisters across the globe in observing the Naga Independence Day, I would like us to remember to do 3 things. One is to look back into the past. That is to retrospect. Let us take time in retrospection to remember and honor our forefathers and elders who have given supreme sacrifice for the cause of Naga nationhood. And secondly, I would want us to look at the present in introspection. Introspection will help us to know where we stand at the present. Where is our position in reality? And this will help us to plan for our future. And thirdly, we must look forward to the future in prospection. If we look into the future, we will all realize one thing in common, that we shared collective future. Our future is in us being together. We shared common destiny. So we need one another. We need all Nagas to be one. And this is an appropriate opportunity or a day for us to celebrate and to convey to all the Naga people that on this day, the Naga Independence Day, we need to stand one and strong. Thank you.
To viewers, iti ami nga nama juti DNSU President Pugina se to ahibi talo TV ito achila program na oporde huda uti krisawa. Acha to sir NLTV ke time jarni bishi kushi paise to achila program na oporde apni highlight koi dite parbo.
Aji as per the directive of NSF, we NSF command directive dishe ki all the units in their office they have to host the flag. It can host korshe to celebrate the 60 years above of Naga struggle. It can Naga flag to host korshe, and the programs went well.
Acha to amian itu DNSU office adam de amian tikishi ke nichi de police kan bi pishi khara grina siguna. To amne ambi to program host kram de ku difficulties can face krishna krana. Now were they a part of the program?
Actually, by the time I reached the office, police personnel can tagishe. Tahana jidi ko thakse pare. They just they came into our office and they also asked the reason Naga flag to kilo host krasik, and we have answered them. Mokhalna reason to kilo Naga flag host krogina se. Being a Naga to celebrate and to also remember the struggle of our ancestors, our predecessors who have sacrificed, who have struggled for the Nagas. Itu karena am kan Naga flag to host kola se kushe. Apart from that, you can also ask them ki tahan ki karna ishe.
Acha to ita damne anba itu Naga flag to host krushe. To in case any difficulties can arise krushe kulit, what will be your stand on this?
Actually, there should be no difficulties in hosting a Naga flag. In case, I believe there will be no problem hosting the Naga flag because Ami Kantu, see, Dimapur Naga in Kantu, we have unit. Our student union Dimapur, Angami student union Dimapur Sim. So, Mohan, सबके माती के ना 400, 500,000 के गिरे कोर्गने इनागा इधर public खंडा की को traffic खंडा में नाबी हुआ नहीं. We just call the respective people इना को ना मखान flag host कुछ. Now itu I don't think there will be any difficulties. Ami khan to jagna government office khan de jayge na naile government institute khan ke jayge na to flag to host kora noy. Aro itu flag to it's a symbol. Ami khan Naga manla flag ase. Itu flag to ami khan host kora to itu to ami khan as a remembrance, and the flag belongs to us. To ami khan to Dimapur Naga in ekla flag host kurbola again hogena. I believe all the Nagas should also host the flag. Itu flag to birumalna noy to. Kun affection lebi nahi to. Itu flag to I, U, K, R, whatever X, Y, Z faction is there. Tal itu Naga manla flag ase. My flag, my birthright. Itu karne itu flag to host korshe. So I don't think there should be any problem. In case flag to sabi ami khan unit ase. For instance, any example there ase. Jiti Dimapur Austin union khan bi takhan la flag thake to. Na na. Angami student union bi takhan la flag thake to. Dimapur Naga in be flag thake to. Ami flag ite DNSU la flag to mole building de rakshi kulibi no problem. I don't think there should be any problem. To Naga flag ite rakshi ko kina problem wala shiklo to itu to Naga mon ke saw mon nahi, I should say. Our framework agreement or agreed agreement or whatever it may be. Naga mon ke recognize ko kina se to. Na the flag can be used by us. We are not going. It's not that we are boycotting 15 August. No. We respect the Indian flag. Vande Mataram bhi koi dubo na. Jana Gana bhi kurubo na. So we are not going in boycotting the Independence Day of the India. So the government of India, the Naga manekla flag thakala no hito. You go to South India or wherever it is, takala flag symbol thakito, for the remembrance, or they have their own symbolic. To Naga man bi itu hasapra. Ami khan to flag host kurse. Na. To ami khan to jaigina 15 August de problem diala noi. Itu 14 August ase. Kindly keep this in mind. And 14 August itu Naga man la Independence Day la. Nampra ami khan itu flag host kurse. So I don't think there should be any problem. And itu Naga man khan janbo lage. Most of the Nagas are ignorant. Like, as a Naga, I am born as a Naga and it's my birthright. See, the Nagas flag are not designed by a man. It was gifted by God. Okay, it was gifted by God. A rainbow after a storm. Okay, which means at the end of the dark you see the light, and that's why our Naga flag, it has a blue background. See, I'll tell you, it has a blue background. Okay, and representing with red, yellow, and green arc across the center. Nah, 6-edged star of Bethlehem on the top left corner of the flag. And it signifies the beauty, courage, honesty, wealth, prosperity, and the presence of God with the Nagas. So itu ami kan itu flag kan tu nakamanla ami kan la sentiment, ami kan la emotional pray it as it's our symbol. Itu karena ami kan tu itu Naga flag tu as a Naga we are celebrating it to remember 60 years of struggle. So we are not boycotting any we are not going against any government of India la itu independence boycott kala noy. So there should be no problem.
Okay, sir, lastly, on account of 78 Naga Independence Day, what message do you want to convey to our Naga people?
Actually, there are a lot of things to convey to our youngster, our Naga people, but it will take time. So I'll just make it short. See, we are from Mongolian race, yes. So we have our unique identity, okay? And we Nagas have a history. So as I would like to give a message to all the Nagas, ki we should know our history. Kote para Nagamonde kinakaishe, na kun man ki Nagamana situ and bolagi. At the same time, be very vigilant and very cautious of some of our own Naga people who is misleading the Nagas. For example, when we were kids, we were told that Nagas are only, the people who lives in Nagaland itself. Nagamondo kali Nagaland de bahamani Nagaland asugina. We were fed that way. But as we grow, we start reading the history of the Nagas. To Nagamondo kot thaklibi Nagamondo Nagamonase. See. Just to highlight the history. Na olop common jato. Nagamondo ami khanla Nagaman ke divide korisi to. Kunman Nagamondo Myanmar de dal dishe, Arunachal dal dishe, Manipur dal dishe. And we Nagas were divided. Geographically we were divided. So man khan iti youngster khan ke mislead bhi kore ase. Youngster khan ke alter wrong information digna youngster la mind to biya kore ase. Division create kore ase. Injo Nagaman bhi na kore. Personal problem tha karne ne ki karne ase itu najne. Halbi see, some of the cognacs are in Myanmar, that you know. Some of the cognacs are in Arunachal. No. To Nagaland de cognac mandu cognac ase, Myanmar la cognac khan to cognac no hai. Example. To Arunachal la cognac mandu cognac no hai. So we are all Nagas. So I think we should know our history. It's very important for the youngster to at least know their root. And it's always important that they should remember that we are Nagas. Never be ashamed to call themselves as a Naga. As long as I'm alive, moi to Naga ase. And Nagamal history ke ase, itu to dawa na parito. To history ke ase, we should not be ashamed to say that yes, Nagas were independent. Nagas were not occupied by anyone. Halibi Nagas ke occupied Kursia. Now that is the history. And when we say our history, we are not going against anyone. Halibi history ke ase itu to janmo lage. And we should always keep this in mind that Nagas are one here and beyond. We are geographically divided, but Nagas are one. Itu takhan janmo lagi itu history to takhan janigena. If they can also not only go matlab educationally takhan puratam tibi at least time to like Naga history kan bhi podle balo bo kina moi janai diase.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapu viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.